All right, now we are about to have our main event of the day. Oleg Cherkasov, or also known as Artem Morozov, and Dongduk. I don't think this looks like a close match, but well, guys, come onto the stage.
No, but Oleg will come today.
Sorry? 3 p.m.? Okay. Does Morozov want to sub in for him for now? Wow. Dongduk. This seems like a little bit of a mismatch. What is happening, guys? All right, now, do you want to step onto the scale for a little bit? Where's it? Oh, we're at a good 6 kilos. Whoa, we're at a good 131. And Dongduk, come on the scale. All right, we're supposed to make 77. Whoa, and we're, oh! You knew there were some tricks going on. All right, Dongduk, let's step on the scale one more time. Wow, just made weight at 76.8 kilos. Okay, now let's come to the table, both Oleg Cherkasov and Dongduk. By the way, Oleg, I love your socks. They look like great socks. All right, now let's start with you, Dongduk. Now, I've met you a couple times already. I think this is my third time knowing you, meeting you in person, and every time you put up an insane performance. First time, you beat Greg here over here 1 year ago, and recently you took rounds from Chu. You took rounds from every single person in the region until the recent win at East versus West. How do you feel going up against this massive man, you know? And we know that even though he's not the actual opponent, your opponent is Oleg, to many, you're considered an underdog. How are you dealing with that pressure, and what game plan do you have going in?
Từ lúc mà Derek biết em á, thì em đã luôn chiến thắng và trình diễn rất là thuyết phục. Với lại chiến thắng trước Greg, xong rồi một trận thắng trước Juji, và gần đây nhất là giải Đông Nam Á vừa rồi. Nhưng mà bây giờ khi mà đối mặt với Oleg, thì em có cảm thấy là em bị áp lực, và em đã đối mặt với cái áp lực đó như thế nào, và em đã có cái kế hoạch gì cho việc đó chưa?
Em cảm thấy Oleg là một đối thủ là mạnh nhất từ trước tới giờ ở giải anh ạ, mà em gặp ở trong hạng 78 đổ xuống. Đấy, bạn đã từng vô địch rất là nhiều lần ở thế giới, nhưng mà đến Việt Nam thì chưa biết anh ạ. Đến Việt Nam thì chưa biết.
Em có kế hoạch gì? Em đã có một kế hoạch gì cho Oleg chưa?
Em có rồi. Em chỉ biết là vật hết sức mình thôi. Dạ.
So he say, of course, because Oleg actually, like top world winner for like 8 times, so it's a lot of pressure. But he had some plans going on, and because Oleg, been global, but right now it's Vietnam. You know about that. Everything's different in Vietnam, bro. So that's why, and he has a lot of plans. All right.
Wow, everything is different in Vietnam. Now, when I heard the match of Dongduk against Oleg Cherkasov, I was shocked to my core, okay? Because Oleg Cherkasov has always been someone that I've looked up to in the sport, and I followed him since years ago. Oleg has a really distinct style, and he's back after a long hiatus, 3 years from the sport. Now, Oleg, how do you feel about coming back to the sport as this is your first match back?
Всем привет, я чувствую себя отлично, набрал немного в весе, тоже не смог согнать вес, к сожалению, извините, еще и опоздал на рейс, поэтому будем завтра бороться и попробуем. Надеюсь, соперник не обижается, что я больше вешу.
I'm really happy to be here. I'm really sorry about that. I gained a little bit more weight than you was planning.
A little bit more weight.
A little bit more weight. So he hopes that he is okay with that.
Okay. Dongduk, now, after the match with Oleg Cherkasov, we know Oleg has been competing ever since I was a kid, He's been in the WAF system for as long as I could remember. Last time he was in East vs West, he faced against Mindaugas, Terrasides. After this match with Oleg, if you were able to win, who do you have your sights set on next? I hear there might be someone named Daniel Usanov coming up. Is that right?
Sau trận Oleg thì em muốn biết cái tên nào không? Còn Derek thì có nghe đến Daniel Usanov. Thì nếu may mắn mà em chiến thắng Oleg thì em sẽ đánh với ai?
Em thì nếu mà may mắn thắng được Oleg thì em muốn vật tất cả những cái người mạnh ở hạng 78.
Okay.
Dạ.
So he said like if he has a luck, right, he's gonna if he can win, and probably every 78 around the world, top world champion doesn't care.
Wow, so any 78 kilo in the world, you're ready to face them, right? Now, Dongduk, I remember that you walked a little bit heavier than 78. Right now, did you have to cut quite a bit for this competition, or is this just where you're walking and is this your comfortable weight class? Do you think you're going to continue competing at the 77 kilo class well into the future?
Đây có sẽ là cân nặng của em trong tương lai hay không, hay là em đã phải giảm cân hay và sắp tới thì em sẽ chỉ thi đấu ở 78 hoặc hay là em có up cân lên hay không?
Nếu mà em thấy ở hạng 78 của em mà không có cửa với châu Âu thì em sẽ giảm xuống 75 hoặc 70.
So he said like if he cannot compete in 78, then probably he's gonna drop down to like 70.
70?
Yeah.
Wow.
If it's not working, all right.
Wow. So this is already not your walking weight, and you would drop to 70 kilos to compete. That's thrilling to hear. And, okay, Cherkasov, one more time. We know that after your match with Dongduk, there's rumors that there's a confirmed match with you and Artem Makarov later in the year in the next East vs. West coming up. How have you prepared for this and that match within such short notice?
На самом деле я уже готов ко всем поединкам предстоящим. То есть я завтра выиграю, и потом через месяц выиграю еще Макарова.
Actually, I'm already ready for any fight, and I will win tomorrow, and will win Makarov next month, no problem.
Wow. I trust that you can win Makarov, no problem. I trust that you can win Dongduk, no problem. I don't know about Oleg, but from the shape that I've seen Oleg in, of course, Oleg's competing in great shape. His tendons, his bicep, everything looks so superb. Oleg, going into this match, do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you because you as the 8-time or whatever time multiple world champion facing against Dongduk, who's recently just been pulling around the Southeast Asian region? Do you feel like there's more to you for you to lose?
Ну, на самом деле, чувствую только давление артериальное и то, что кровь загустела немного, поэтому, а в целом нет страха. Мы же не драться будем.
Actually, he feel only his blood pressure because he gained some weight and his blood is not liquid, but any other pressure he don't feel.
All right, thank you so much. Now, both Dongduk and Mr. Cherkasov, please come to the middle. This is a fight of 77 kilos. Maybe 77 kilos in one arm here, 77 kilos in the whole body. Wow, Dongduk. Oh! How does your opponent feel? How does his hand feel? Big, comfortable, small?
Bảo gì anh?
Cảm giác như thế nào? Tao không
Oh, too big. And Cherkasov, how does his hand feel? Do you think you're going to win tomorrow? How strong is he?
Good, strong, very strong.
Sounds great. Everyone, Mr. Cherkasov and Mr. Duke,